like every detail of a bunch of characters that I have no idea who any of them are. He just starts listing them, and he lists them fast, and I'm like, Well,
for one, he understands that.
No. I know your tone. I know the way you're going into it. Don't.
What?
You know what?
All I'm saying.
No.
Is that he knows.
Actually, he disagrees with you. That is so dramatic.
Welcome back to Error 404, everybody. I am They Call Me Toby 2, and with me, as always, is the amazing, the director, John Johnson, also known as D-Flix, who believes that canon only exists in movies.
No, I did, and now it's I've said that.
Now I guess TV shows count too, since they brought Boba Fett into The Mandalorian, and now he has to admit
there was no TV show. No! Don't put words into my mouth.
Well, I mean, there's only 9 of us. There's only 9 people here, so it's not like everybody's gonna know that you have no idea what you're talking about.
So you're talking about putting things in people's butts. So you want to bring that up?
No, I never said anything about putting things in people's butts.
You said you didn't want to talk about it.
So no.
Something to talk about.
You were talking about learning something about.
I learned things, yes, about other people's butts. Yes, I've learned things.
What was it that you learned?
Well,
let's go ahead and just start this off.
We're just going to start right off the bat.
Just right off.
This is not one of our topics, by the way. This is just happenstance. Because I asked, so I have a couple gay friends, and I was curious if there was the thing that actually like you poke and it makes you just go blah. And I was curious if that was a real thing. Apparently, it is.
You poke something, it makes you go blah. Are you talking about the prostate?
I guess it's something you just go like poke, and then like it makes you just
ejaculate
babies. Yes.
You don't know about the male prostate. How old are you?
107. I never asked.
I feel like I'm talking to a virgin.
I'm thinking about having sex once.
Okay, by show of hands in the audience, who knew about the male prostate?
I knew there was a thing called a prostate, but I know
there's going to be a 15-year-old watching this show that knows about this.
I never asked.
I'm ashamed to call you Gen X. Yeah, says it's called milking. Yeah, she's right.
Once again, didn't know.
Even King Grimlock, who looks like a giant 12-year-old child,
had to turn it on.
Says the male G-spot, so he knows. So there's.
I didn't know. I thought it was a joke or something. I had no idea that's a thing.
So for anybody that doesn't know, regardless of how it seems based on his movies,
yes,
John is the most vanilla son of a bitch you'll ever meet.
But I'm French vanilla because I'm funny.
No.
Yes.
No, because the French aren't funny.
Baguettes? See? Funny.
I mean, French words are funny.
They are. Bibliothèque.
Not French. It's not French.
It is French.
It is not French.
It's French and Spanish. Yeah, they have the same word for library. And now we've learned, and we come full circle. Because what happens in libraries, things go in your butt.
John. And you can learn about things going in your butt at the library. So that
you insert in the bibliothèque.
Yeah. All right.
Returning books.
So let's go. let's move on to the main topic today. Our main topic. We are talking about the amazing movie Psycho Gorman.
Oh yeah.
Also known as PG. John and I watched the majority of it. Because I didn't know if John and I would be able to get together to watch it together, but we found the time today and we watched it right before the movie. So it's fresh in our minds, right before the podcast. So this movie has got some, first of all, the movie itself was amazing. If you have not had the chance to get it, you can watch it on, what is it? Shudder.
Yeah. It's on Shudder. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see it on Shudder. You can go and watch Psycho Gorman on Shudder. Totally worth the watch. If you're into trauma films, you guys will be familiarized with the style of movie that it is, but it was done really well, and I think the amount of comedy off balance on theirs was just perfect, man. The
Well,
kids
when I
were
saw
great.
the trailer, I was curious if they were going to really go for the gore because it looked like it was kind of playing it down. Not the case.
No,
This is an adult film, like an adult film. Like this is nasty.
not
Which,
that kind of adult film.
no. Well, they make comments,
Mm.
but I've been following this director for a long time, ever since Father's Day. I saw Father's Day first, then Manborg, then The Editor, and then now Psycho Gorman. These guys are just amazing. Like Manborg, I highly recommend.
Now, before anybody says anything, no, not that Father's Day.
Oh yes, not with Robin Williams and
not with Robin Williams.
No, this is actually. You go ahead and say that. Let them. They take that ride.
Go from Father's Day to Psycho Gorman.
Yeah. But no, the film is. I would actually say I enjoyed it more than Willy's Wonderland. For the main reason, I love Willy's Wonderland, but I don't think I'm going to watch it again. But I'd probably watch Psycho Gorman again.
See, now I've watched Willy's Wonderland 4 more times since the last time.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's just my preference, though. I don't think one film's better than the other. I don't know, like which one I'd watch more.
I think for me, I just like the cinematography on Willy's Wonderland better.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more dramatic, kind of like
it's more cinematic.
Those low angle shots that shoot up and so on and so forth. So, and then switching back to just this a completely nonchalant, hero. It's just every time they get over to him, he's like, "Oh, hey, look, it's break time. Polish."
Right.
But go ahead and tell them. Go ahead and go and tell the audience what is Psycho Gorman about, like in your own words.
Psycho Gorman is it's not. Originally, I was thinking it was a demon, but it's not a demon. It's an alien that has a superpower of like time and space. And it gets separated from the creature, and a little girl finds it in a very much Monster Squad fashion. She gains it and gains control of the demon and is trying to control him and make him do her bidding while he's constantly being at war with other aliens and wanting to kill everyone. There's so many influence from Wishmaster, Hellraiser. They even have like one of the girls' name is Pandora, so it's obviously a reference to Pandora's box. They use anamorphic lenses. The soundtrack, they're really paying homage to so much without stealing from it directly. And
I would say 99% of this movie is practical effects.
Oh yeah.
So if you're a huge fan of like the Trauma style practical effects, kind of like what you would see like in The Thing, they did quite a few practical effects like you would even see in The Thing. You're really going to enjoy this movie. Like almost everything was practical effects. And
every scene
really well.
Every day was a long day. They didn't, without that much makeup effects and gore. Every day was a long day. Like there was nothing that was like simple at all.
So if I were to describe this movie badly,
okay,
I would say this is a movie about an alien that deals with a child that doesn't care that it exists.
Yeah. Okay, I go with that. Yeah. Well, the thing about this director is that he puts so many damn layers into everything he does that you always forget like the father's character in this movie, which is ironic because
he's got his own little mini story arc going through.
He's so good, and this actor has been in every single one of his films, like as almost the lead. He's not the lead in all of them, but he's pretty much the lead in Father's Day. He is the father, as in a priest with an eye patch and a 357 Magnum. Fighting demons, so good. But yeah, his character, everything the man says was just perfect.
Oh God, and the poor guy, he's the one that's suffering through. Like, first of all, he's nonchalant about everything.
Yeah,
like, he really, like everything. Like, my favorite part was like, I cooked this delicious meal for our family in the microwave.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Shit. At one point in time, the mother goes, "What happened to the microwave?" He's like, "I cooked a delicious meal for our family in it. You're welcome." And she's like, "You destroyed it." And he goes, "You're welcome."
Yeah. Oh God. You really need to watch Manborg. Like, the whole thing is just like, this filmmaker has come a long way. And I would say right now, this is definitely his opus. Like, this is his strongest piece by far.
So what was your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite gag, I think, is the sending a psychic symbol to or signal to the father to go get help while he's on the toilet. And it's just like, and they did it like 7 times because he like his face is like, bro, you must come find me. I'm in love. The guy's like screaming on the toilet, falls into the sink. He's like, wait, where is that? Blah! It's in the like. It just, I mean, every time it was over the top and perfect every single time.
I want to say my favorite was the zombie cop.
Oh God, who writes the love letter like, please kill me,
please kill me.
Yeah, like,
shoot himself.
Please kill me. Yeah, I mean the humor is fantastic. And the whole movie was great. I'll probably actually buy it now. I keep thinking about it.
We'll talk about the end where the brother and the sister make amends.
Oh yeah,
there's this giant battle. Like, so you've got Psycho Gorman and this entity, going at Pandora, going at it.
Yeah,
and it's like the final fight, right? Like this is the final fight, and these two are duking out to the death. And all of a sudden, that gets put in the background while this brother and sister they're like, "I'm sorry," and they go and hug. And in the background, these two are just battling it out. But
the makeup effects on every creature is fantastic, and they represent. There was a Mars Attacks creature in there.
Yeah, the one with the dome and the skull.
And then there was a big reference to Masters of the Universe. Not the cartoon, because this character was only in the movie. It was like this lizard guy, had the helmet and everything. Like, it was just perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. And Guyver, a whole lot of Guyver.
Well, and I mean, to be honest, I mean, like I told you, there was parts of it that had a very Power Rangers, like early 90s Power Rangers feel to it.
Yeah.
So anybody that's a fan of the Power Rangers, the way that was all set up, with the type of creatures they had and everything, there was times where they'd get struck and you'd see the sparks.
Yeah. You get sparks from Power Rangers or lots of gore from Guyver.
Yes.
It's one of the two. It's just like,
yes. So for anybody that's worried about the lighting on my face or anything, it's lighting, guys.
Is somebody worried about the lighting on your face?
They're like, yeah, either Toby's wearing blush and lipstick or his ear looks really red. Like, it's just, well, this ear is actually really hot, but it is lighting.
It is very attractive. It's a very attractive ear.
Well, it is lighting though, because it's from, okay, here, I'll just show everybody. I have red lights right next to me, and that's what's reflecting on this ear.
I've learned a lot.
What, you didn't know that I had lights right there?
No, I just that people were commenting about your face.
Well, yeah, I always have the comments turned on. It was somebody has to watch comments, John. I mean, this isn't your TikTok live.
Oh. Oh yeah, Alexa's not playing. All right,
Alexa's not playing.
So are we picking a movie for next week now, or are we going to do that later?
Well, I won't be here next week. I won't be here for 2 weeks.
All right, we'll talk about that later then. We'll pick the next movie for the next time we air. There's other ways, man. Like, you're not doing this whole setup every time.
I have class every day of the week, to include Saturday and Sunday. I
like how you tell me this. Like, I was supposed to get your schedule.
This is not the first time that we've discussed this.
It is. You said you were busy, possibly busy this weekend.
Nope. Nope. You're in here. Can you please do me a favor in the comment section and confirm this? Because I know you've been in here and heard me talk to him about it already several times. I appreciate that.
Look at the comment section.
So
the next time we watch a movie, I'm recommending Guyver 2 because he has not seen the second Guyver.
But you have.
Well, that's for you. I want you to see it.
Have you seen Grabbers?
I have.
Okay, because I haven't, and that was the other one that everybody's been.
Well, I'll think of something else then later on for both of us. Well, I guess we got time now. We have to make some kind of announcement though. We're gonna not be on for weeks. All right. So our first subject of the day. So a lot of people have been saying there's been and I felt it myself, a dramatic shift in the. No, this is the Team Weeby. No, that's I can't believe a word of that.
I told you.
We will discuss later.
Thanks, Sweetheart.
Thanks, Sweetheart. Don't wink at her. Jesus Christ. Or is that at me?
That was not a you. Why?
Yeah.
What? Wink?
You
What are
winked
you
at me
talking?
before. Don't act like you haven't winked at me before. You always do your little signature.
I don't ever wink at you.
All right. So the dramatic shift in TikTok, where everybody's kind of feeling a little disconnected from it and what it used to be.
Oh.
So we know that feeling. We've all kind of felt it. But what would you say would be a way of us bringing it back? Because obviously the platform is still there. It's still just as messed up as it used to be. In fact, it's probably a little better than it used to be.
Oh no.
From 2018, 2019?
Oh.
You think it's worse now?
Absolutely. I absolutely think it's worse now.
I don't think it's worse. Not technically.
Well, I mean, to begin with, when I first got onto TikTok in 2018, you could upload up to a 5-minute long video.
Yeah.
I mean, you could still only do, I think, 15 seconds of that audio. So the one nice thing is that they've allowed up to 1 minute audio.
Yeah.
Everybody's been waiting for this promise of 3-minute audio, which to tell you the truth, I'm happy that hasn't happened because God, I swear if I see a 3-minute long video and somebody says like and share for part 2, I'm going to crawl through a screen and I'm going to punch them.
Well, no, for me, it's more putting a trailer up. We can put a full trailer up on.
Oh yeah.
That'd be nice.
Well, okay. So before we get into this discussion, let's go ahead and let's set something straight very quickly. I'm on TikTok as a TikToker. I'm on TikTok as a content creator for TikTok. John is on TikTok for his movies.
Yeah,
meaning to gain inspiration and gain creativity for his things outside of TikTok. I'm on TikTok for TikTok. So we've got two different viewpoints of it. And you can see exactly what I'm talking about when I just got done saying, I would love to do 3 minutes because it'll allow me to do a 3-minute long sketch, something a little longer, something that deliver a few more punchlines into it, where the first thing he says is, oh, trailers.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I can pimp my movies.
Well, what I'm saying is I definitely felt that like it's dramatically different than what it used to be so far as the community is concerned.
Oh, absolutely.
But I don't think it like all is lost by any means. So what I'm asking is how could we try to bring it back to that in some way?
Well, in all honesty, until people are allowed to go out and be as active as they were before COVID, I don't think it's going to matter what we do.
Honestly, I think that'll be a dramatic difference once COVID is done and people are out in the world again. The numbers of TikTok are going to drop, and these two faces will probably still be here.
Yeah,
where a lot of the other ones will probably vacate because they got other things to do now.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, the only people that will probably stay and remain will be the people that have gained immense popularity during their time since they got here. Because there's a lot of what I like to call COVID babies on TikTok who they only joined TikTok because they were stuck at home and they're like, oh, I keep hearing about this app. Let me check it out. Oh, look at that. I suddenly got popular. Now they're not going to go anywhere.
No.
But you're going to have all these other people that are stuck at home and they've got nothing better to do than bring their Facebook issues and their Twitter issues over to TikTok and try to make that kind of platform. And that's really what's destroying it. I mean, you can't do anything to bring it back when TikTok is on this inconsistent basis of, the arbitrary way that they handle their own guidelines. Well,
they've always been that way. They've
right.
always we knew the basics. We knew no violence. We knew no no guns or of any kind or weapon of any kind. They've gotten better about that. Like I've had people cutting bread and lives and stuff, and they don't lose their lives because of it. You used to hold up a butter knife, you could still lose your life. Like,
oh yeah,
it was real rough at the beginning.
Yeah, you could have a butter knife and it would take down the video in a heartbeat. But I mean, the hypocrisy of it is what's gotten worse. Have you seen one of the latest videos by Chelsea Handler? You know who that is, right? Chelsea Handler. Good job. All right, so Chelsea Handler is another person. She's a celebrity that has come over to TikTok. recently, and she's got a video of her skiing topless with just a USA sticker over each nipple and just wearing a pair of underwear, and she's skiing, and that is absolutely okay by TikTok. But I did a stitch of a girl who did what's unbelievably a trend on TikTok, where they tilt their phone and they go poof, and all of a sudden, boom, they're just in lingerie or just bra and underwear.
Right.
I did a stitch of that. My video got taken down for nudity and sexual content, but
not the original.
And I reported the original, and they were like, "No, there's nothing wrong with this." I'm like, "Okay, well, all my video had was me doing this. How am I supposed to compete with that?" That was my video. That was my part of the video. So if you're saying that my video didn't get taken down for adult nudity and sexual activity because of her side, because TikTok has said it's fine,
right?
Then why did my video get taken down?
Well, I mean, it's always had those problems. What I'm going to focus on is not so much like the problems that we have, but how we can kind of like survive it.
Okay.
Like, what are positives that we can do to get past all this to where we can feel more creative again and more inspired again?
Well, first things first, I think Bomber 521
it was a great idea.
Has probably the best idea I've ever heard of on TikTok.
I agree.
And that is what's he call it? What's the name of the challenge? It's the is it the redo challenge?
It was something like that. It was basically like a replay or
yeah, you go back and you find one of your old videos that you did, whether it be a duet with somebody or you did a video to an audio, and you do that same audio and you redo the video, but try to do it better than you did the first time to see how you've come along, but yet at the same time bring you back to when you kind of started to get you back into that mindset of, hey, I was doing this when it was fun to do it.
Right.
Before all the drama, before all this other garbage happened.
That's definitely a positive. When I saw his video for that, I was like, that's a great idea. Like, no, for you, like you've always had like a set amount. Like when you went live like a while ago back in the day, you still had about the same number of people you have now. Like it was always 100 to 300, unless you're doing one of your follows.
Oh yeah, I would average about 300 people, and now lately it's dropped down to around 70 per.
Or does it feel different? Like does it like feel like it's different people than before, or does it feel like still the same people?
Well, I still see a consistency of the same people that have been coming in since even my first account. But I mean, you can tell the difference between who's been there and who hasn't. And there's a giant group of people that have never been in one of my lives before, and they follow me because they saw a funny video. They're not really interested in getting to know me. They're not the original crowd.
Right.
And those are all the people. What's the spinny thing? How many dogs do you have? The common questions that you get asked, 300 times. Honestly, I'm wondering what the benefit will be I'm wondering if things will feel different or change at all if they finally bring dual lives to the United States. Allow people that have known each other for the longest time to connect. Nobody can hear you, John. Do you got batteries for that thing? John's got batteries, but he hasn't changed them. It's all right, everybody. This will only happen about 5 to 7 more times. By the way, The Coffin Kings is available on Amazon Prime if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, along with Spade versus Psychotic. Both of those are available for your viewing pleasure, unless, of course, you live in Canada. Then, well, fuck you, because that's pretty much what John said about Canada when I talked to him.
Am I back?
Oh, shit. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ. I just promote my films, Okay. Anyways, yes, I have to keep pressing the button, otherwise it doesn't think I'm recording. All right. So, yeah, because I wanted to kind of focus on the fact of not just the negatives of what's going on with TikTok now, but like, you and I have definitely built a community.
Oh yeah, hold on for a second. I got neighbors.
Plan 9 is available on Amazon Prime. You can watch Spooky Tales on YouTube. You can also watch Fear Fighter, the rated R version and the PG-13 version on Kings of Horror on YouTube. And you can also watch it on Spooky Tales, also on YouTube. It's a playable game. It's no matter what choice you make, every 3 minutes you get a different story, and no matter how you play it, it comes out to about 80 minutes long. But you make a choice every three. Oh, okay.
All right. So,
is there a meetup?
September 17th through the 19th of this year, we're going to start fundraising.
You're going to do it?
Yeah, we're gonna start fundraising again in April.
Oh,
we're not going to need nearly as much money. We just got to finish the roof on the stage and then stuff for rentals. That's pretty much about it.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh, and food.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Last year, dude. Well, I was barely there last year.
We did a food truck.
Confined in editing.
We did a food truck last year.
Food truck, and it was Asbel the year before.
Yeah, it was Asbel the year before.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, I just wanted to put that out there, like what positives, because I think your lives are different from your video uploads. Like it's like two different entities, two different platforms.
Yeah.
They don't really connect very well. Like it's like the video stuff, which reaches a different crowd than I think lives do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now the other thing too is like I used to go live a lot more often, but obviously due to my schedule lately, like I'm lucky enough to be able to post a video, maybe 2 a day. And I'm usually shooting those, if the video is 15 seconds, it took me 15 seconds to shoot it and I'm posting it.
Right.
If the video is a minute and a half long or a minute long, it probably took me 2 to 3 minutes to shoot it. Like if it's original audio, it probably took me about 2-3 minutes to shoot it, another 2-3 minutes to edit it. And then I post it. Like I'm not really posting my type of typical content right now, but I used to post and go live like 15-20 minutes later.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Because it would always spike both of them, right?
Right. Yeah. And you found something interesting during the lives.
Yeah, recently. Apparently they've got a new thing going. If people like just like they used to do, like tap the like button, or actually just tap the screen now, like you'll get on the For You page with your live, and it'll notify the rest of your people that you're live. Mm-hmm. Like I don't think it used to do it before, but they used to have the like thing, but I don't think it would bring people in the way it does now.
Yeah.
Which is weird because we tested it and like literally I went from like 10 to 25 people in like just a couple minutes because the people finally knew I was live.
Yeah. Well, and I get that a lot too. People are like, man, TikTok never lets me know that you're live anymore, or I didn't know that you were live. Like I just found you on the For You page or whatever else. I'm like,
the next time you go live, I'm curious how that will go. Your numbers might change dramatically.
Don't need to do that.
Well, don't you want everybody to see that you're live?
No.
So I'm kind of feeling that too. See, one of the reasons why I haven't done a movie on TikTok is that I don't want to quite grow just yet, because everybody who's over like 100,000, they get videos taken down, they get trolled more, they get like they get harassed more by people.
Well, I can definitely tell you that that is a completely different world at the level of 1 million or more followers.
Sure.
I mean, it was a different world when I was at 100,000. Then it was different when I was at 250, then 500, then 750, then 1 million. Like each one of those like quarter steps is what I call them.
Yeah.
Each one of those quarter milestones, it changes everything.
Yeah. So I'm pretty certain that if I do Indiana Jones or Back to the Future, I'm gonna jump up over 100,000 probably within the duration of those two films, because that they want that for me. Every time I do a movie, my view count goes from like 200 to 200,000. Like it just like there's always one that jumps up a lot. Yeah. And but I've been hesitant to do that just because everybody's like seems like they're under so much like scrutiny, being that high up. Like they seem tortured.
Yeah,
I've been real nervous about it.
Well, and I think that actually has a lot to do with the whole, with me lately. I mean, we all know I posted that video saying, TikTok has become a very toxic place. It's not, it used to be a lot of fun. I used to have a lot more creativity, and it just kind of keeps going down. I think, the part that you're pointing out about that has a lot to do with that. When you get to a certain level and there's certain things that it's no longer acceptable for you to say or do. Like,
right.
When you're at a certain level, you can no longer complain. You can't say anything about your views.
Right.
You just can't.
I don't complain about my views.
And I'm not, and I tell people all the time, I'm not really concerned with my views. but I know plenty of other people that are. I mean, there's people that are on this.
I see videos all the time.
platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's people that are on the platform that are there because they quit their jobs because, hey, I'm gonna be an influencer and that's gonna be my job. Well, first of all, that was stupid. I mean, unless you're established on some place that's very well established, like YouTube, that's been around for a very long time.
Right.
For you to take all of your eggs and put them into the TikTok bucket and say, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna live off of TikTok, that's foolish.
I remember talking to you about this really early on because I was there through the YouTube process where this is literally just rinsing and repeating what happened on YouTube. When YouTube first started, it was very much like the Wild West. Videos were just coming out of anywhere. Everybody was wild. People were blowing up. And then it got commercialized in 2008. And it became more like people were making a living off of it. And then everything got changed. It became corporate.
Sponsorships, ad revenue, things like that. And now that's what TikTok is doing. TikTok
just in like a little faster pace. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all I wanted to bring up on that one. So let's so due to we're watching Psycho Gorman. And obviously, it looks like it's going to be like a franchise. Who is your favorite franchise killer? Any decade?
It's got to be Jason.
Jason?
It's got to be Voorhees.
And why Voorhees?
I just like it. No, work is not going to contact me right now. That's what I think about
your phone?
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's a work phone. They pay for it.
Okay. Okay.
I like Voorhees for just everything about him, like his look, the aura that he carries around with him, the amount of strength and power that he's got. Like he's just he's a juggernaut.
Do you prefer undead Jason or living Jason?
I think I prefer undead Jason.
Undead Jason, yeah. I think it's more interesting storyline.
Yeah.
Now, what would be your favorite Jason? Like, what movie was your favorite one? Oh my god! I don't know what he's doing, but okay.
I'm gonna have to go with. You're gonna absolutely hate me for this. Jason X.
No, I don't mind. I think the whole series is there to be funny. Like it's even right off the bat, like it was just goofy. Like
I love Jason X. I just like the whole, especially when he gets the nanobots and everything. And he just becomes this like cyborg undead guy.
Yeah. He's just unstoppable at that point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that was my favorite one. I was like, fuck yeah, man.
I'm more of a Freddy guy.
I do love Freddy Krueger. I did not like the remake, but I do love Freddy Krueger, man.
Yeah. Freddy has always been like, because if you break them down, all of the 80s and 70s franchise killers are basically just remakes of the Universal horror monsters. Candyman is Dracula.
Yeah.
Hyde is Freddy Krueger. Jason is Frankenstein, or Frankenstein's monster, Prometheus. So like they're all kind of basically remakes of these other characters, but they did them so well that you didn't even know. Like the Mummy is Michael Myers, like versus like the Mummy is after very specific people, slow walking, always after that person. Like they're all basically remakes, but they did them so well that we didn't know they were remakes until way later.
Yeah.
So that being said, out of the Universal monsters, who's your favorite monster?
Frankenstein.
Okay, there you go.
Frankenstein's monster, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to say Frankenstein. I'm not going to be that guy. I know.
I would just agree with that. I think Frankenstein is like. I'm going to make a movie that's going to clarify this. Frankenstein is Frankenstein's monster because he takes his father's name, but in the book he goes by Prometheus. But in the series, he eventually takes his father's name. So even though they don't say he's Frankenstein, he was Frankenstein.
Yeah, but that's not canon, John. That's in a book.
It wasn't in a book. It was in the third Son of Frankenstein.
Nobody watched that. That's not canon.
Mel Brooks watched it, and they did a sequel to it called Young Frankenstein,
which is phenomenal.
It was. But if you ever watch Young Frankenstein, watch the Son of Frankenstein, because Young Frankenstein is a direct sequel to the Son of Frankenstein. Like you see the guy lose his arm, you know, the guy with the like you see how the character loses his arm. Gene Wilder's in it as a child. Like it's a direct sequel to that movie. It's hilarious. I like Freddy just because the inventiveness of the whole thing. Like I didn't like the first Nightmare. It's not my favorite Nightmare. It was okay, but I liked it more when like Darabont, like let's see, Dream Warriors.
I was gonna say, was Dream Warriors probably where you really picked up on it then?
Yeah, and I loved like the fact that like they get to part 4 and they literally kill all the survivors of part 3 like instantly. They're just like, and you guys are dead. It's Freddy. You don't win. Like that's the thing. You don't win. You just survive a little longer.
Well, it's like Final Destination.
Yeah,
I mean, in Final Destination, you at the end of every one, you've got one survivor. Well, that person dies at the very beginning of the next one,
right?
Or they die like during
eventually catches up with them.
Yeah, death always wins.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started with the Jeepers Creepers demon.
The Jeepers Creepers was kind of like the when they started bringing back, try to make new franchise killers, but they didn't quite stick. Like they were interesting enough, and everybody remembers the movie, but it didn't like. No one knows the name of the Jeepers Creepers guy. They just call him the Jeepers Creepers guy, and I'm sure he's got a name.
Let's go ahead and cover this one because this is probably one of my favorite comedy horror movies.
Absolutely, they had a horrible time with that movie, but they spent maybe just a few $100,000 on it when they started it, but their advertising budget went up to millions because they never could get it released. But no, that movie is phenomenal.
Tucker. So for those of you that are listening and aren't watching, we're talking about Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah.
I love every part of that movie. I think the main bad guy was the kid was like a little over the top.
Oh, sure, yeah.
He was obvious. He was kind of crazy at the very get-go. If he would have pulled back on his acting just a little bit, it would have been a more of a oh shit kind of moment. Yeah. But instead you were just like, this douchebag is off kilter, like from the get-go.
And Alan Tudyk is just everything the man does. Everything the man does.
Brilliant.
Just phenomenal. What was your favorite death in the movie?
The wood chipper.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's either got to be the wood chipper or the guy that impaled himself, man.
It's just the reaction from Alan. It's like him seeing it. It's just like, what? Like it's just,
he's like, oh, they're college kids killing themselves all over the place.
It was such a fun movie.
It was just done so well because I mean, you know, they're right. Like every way that these two like presented themselves to like normal people, you'd think like,
oh yeah, look, I got the girl on the boat. We got your friend.
We got your friend. Yeah, like everything they try to do to right the wrong, it just makes it look worse. And it's just this, and these two poor guys. So you get to see it like from the other side,
right?
Where you got the people that are the assumed killers are just like, I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, well,
they want their friend back.
The whole purpose of it was the concept of it was a political statement because there's a lot of stuff about you see like an African American in the city that dresses a certain way and you assume that they're going to rob you. This was saying the turn of the road, like you see a redneck in the woods, so you think they're going to put you in a wood chipper. So they the whole concept of it was like it was very smart how they did it. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was so well done. It was so well done.
So what do we got up next then?
Next up is, well, let's pick our talkers. Our talkers we want to put a spotlight on. Okay.
So obviously, for those of you that knew him before or know of Matthew Ewald, he is back on TikTok as Mr._Abracadabra. Currently, I believe I think right now all he's doing is posting the stuff that he had up before.
I think he's shooting some original stuff now, but he's just
absolutely phenomenal. If you guys don't know who he is, go check him out. I mean, he's, first of all, I was talking about Matthew to people the other day, and I said, there's parts of Matthew that I absolutely hate. Oh. And one of those things is the fact that this guy can literally, if you go, hey, Matthew, are you crying? No. Like that fast.
In purrs?
Like that fast. Yeah, he's like, I'm like, how do you? I don't understand how he does. I can cry pretty much on command unless anybody is anywhere around me. Like I can do it. Like I can do it here, but if I feel like anybody is around me or can see me, I won't be able to do it. But he can, like, you can be in the middle of talking to him and he'll straight Jared Kearney you. He just
Jesus,
just whoop, just one
yeah,
tear.
I mean, he's a phenomenal actor. He studied his craft so much.
Oh yeah.
He knows how to basically, like, I think you can give him any emotion anytime and he's like, got it. And like he'll just go there. Like, and now he's getting into filmmaking. He's directing now.
Yep, the Coffin Bound Kings is actually available on Amazon Prime, unless you live in the UK. Or
he made the cut. They held it for a long time when they were cutting everybody, and then they let him go through. So it was awesome.
Yep. Funny story. I think my character is going to be back in the Coffin Bound Kings too.
Oh yeah,
but with a twist.
I don't know what his new storyline is, but I guess I can't say anything. Okay.
I'm not going to say anything, but it's if it's anywhere in the direction that we've been discussing, it's going to be so much better than the first one.
Oh, I just wish we could bring Talon back. I love Talon. He was so good in that.
Talon. Okay, I can't tell you.
Oh, yeah, you can't say anything. We can't spoil it.
Yeah, I can't say anything. It's not. Yeah, but go check out the Coffin Bound Kings. It's his very first. It's his first one director, right?
He directed an episode of Spade. But this is his first one as a full feature that he wrote from scratch.
Yeah, and he did a great job on it, filming it. The score on it is great. The opening credits still just amaze me. I'm like, God, man.
Yeah, and he's working on a new one. I know that, not a new film on his own. And then our last thing is actually a trend that I saw, but instead of making videos about it, I thought we just talked about it.
Women. You have not.
Oh shit! I haven't said mine. Thank you. So mine is actually a guy I just recently found, like by accident.
Same name.
Say it close to the same name. It's Abracadabra NYC. And this guy is doing Dracula in a coffin with Dracula jokes. Like, he's so funny. Like, he did a Folgers thing. It was like they do the song like was first thing I wake up, you have a cold Folgers cup. Oh, Folgers in your cup. He does the blood in his cup.
Of waking up.
Yeah, he does blood in your cup. He talks about the rains down in Africa, and like closes his coffin, like because they bless the rains down in Africa. Like it's
straight ages it. He does.
Yeah, he's great, and he does like little black and white kind of odes and stuff. I just found him. I think he's only got like 10,000 followers at the moment, but I know he's gonna blow up with that character. It's really well done.
The only thing is like I hate seeing people get really popular based on one thing. And I'll tell you why. Okay. Because I myself am currently suffering through that, right? Yeah. Like the moment you want to change to do something else, you're going to find yourself having no other choice than going back to, like, if you're somebody that really gives a shit about your views, you're going to climb high and get to a certain point, and the moment you want to change to show people diversity in your content, you're going to be disappointed because those views aren't going to come. Right. Like you've got, you got Electra Mariachi, right?
Yeah, about to hit 1 million.
Yeah. And then you've got Blue Eyed Darkness. She recently hit 1 million. She's at almost 2 million now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that fast. But if she stops, my fear for her is that if she ever stops doing her Blue Eyed Darkness, OC character, Skullsy, not that I think she will anytime soon, but if she does.
Oh, is she the girl who reacts to stuff like the
music?
Oh yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, but if she ever stops doing that.
Oh, true. Yeah, that is her. That is.
You know what I mean? It's and it's the same. Like, if I do anything other than my wife hit me with a pan right now. Right. It goes nowhere, but I don't care because I'm going to put out what I want to put out.
Right.
But then you'll get the comments.
Well,
I don't want other creators to suffer through that same thing. Like, let me suffer for you. Like, I'll create different content and I'll deal with people saying, well, I was expecting the pan. Yeah. So is everybody else. Like, but I'm not a one trick pony.
It's definitely like Paul Rubens when he stepped away from Pee Wee and Jim Varney when he stepped away from Ernest.
Right.
Like they're like, no, we want you to be this guy. And they kind of pushed him back into it. Bobcat Goldthwait, where he's not doing that. Like he didn't do that. Like they didn't want to hear from him anymore. So he ended up going into directing. And then eventually enough time passed. Was like, oh yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Howie Mandel, to be honest, has made a huge transformation from what he used to be.
Oh, absolutely.
He was just covered in coke, just coming out with props and like just screaming at the audience. And now he's like, you know, bald and has a germ problem. He does. He has a germ problem.
I know he's a germaphobe, like a huge germaphobe.
But you see like old coked up Howie, and you don't think that at all. Like he's like,
oh no.
he's like he's licked everything.
The old Afro Howie. Howie. But I would hate to see these creators that, you know, we really enjoy fall into that pit trap, because if she does, like if Blue Eyed does something other than Skullsy, right? Like her current OC or her OC, the other one that she's got that's kind of like a derivative off of Skullsy. If she stops doing those and like you don't see Skullsy for like 2 weeks, all her comment section is going to be is where's Skullsy? Where's Skullsy? And
they'll eventually get over it. They'll find it. Like, see, this is what I'm saying.
See that, but
this is what I'm saying. Like I talked to Moses about
they don't.
Like, so Moses has obviously, he's got 6 million now,
but
he really wanted to get into horror content. But he said every time he does a horror thing, he only gets like 30,000. Like that's 30,000 people that are willing to watch your horror stuff. That's a good audience. Like that's a really good audience.
It's a really good audience for you and I. It's not for him.
Well, it is for him too. Like I'm telling him that like he can do both. Like make another channel for that, and then do your other channel for this.
But as somebody that works as an influencer on social media as a job, that is not good for him. Well,
I'm saying creatively, like if he like use one as an outlet, use one as work.
Right, but he can't make content creatively. Well, he has to make content. He has to make content based on views. What's going to get views? Now, if he wants to make creative content to do something different, make a new account, make a separate account.
That's what I was telling him.
And build something up off of there. And that's why I tell a lot of other people too, and that's why I created a separate account for Marty. That's why I created a separate account for Psychotic, because those aren't going to get seen, because those aren't the type of people that follow me. The people that follow me for comedy stuff, not OC stuff.
Yeah.
But comparatively, if you look at ratio wise for views and likes, anything I post on Psychotic's page ratio gets viewed by a lot more people comparatively than if I were to post it on mine. And everybody that's following that Psychotic page, those are cosplayers and those are people that want to see that content. Whereas if I post something Psy on my page, it's just, it's discouraging, because people go in there and go, what is this? Like, why show, I want to see more pan hits. And you're just like,
right. I've definitely seen the cosplay community have a big resurgence than like, I would say like early 2020. They were kind of null. They weren't getting seen. They weren't getting pushed. Like they were kind of getting squatted, and then they just started supporting each other and started like standing up for each other. And like now they're doing better than a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
which is great.
Well, there's a lot of cosplayers that are blowing up.
Yeah, but they weren't for a while. Like in 2020, they were going more the comedian side and not really letting the cosplayers do much. But now they're kind of doing both, which is great.
Yeah, and it's 2020 is when I blew up with my comedy.
Right. That's what they were leaning towards, comedians versus cosplayers, which is they were doing in 19, and now they're kind of doing both. They're kind of like letting both sit, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate seeing creators get discouraged because they want to do something different. And the way TikTok works is TikTok's not going to show your content to your followers if it's not what your followers typically watch.
Right.
That's why I made that video. And I got some, and I'll bring it up. I got some hate for it, and I'm fine with that. I even said some people are going to hate me for this, and I don't care. When people come and say, hey, this family needs help, or this issue, or hey, can you duet my video so it can get out there and more people see it? If it's not the type of content that I typically create, the people that follow me aren't going to see it.
Right.
If you're asking me to push somebody's fundraiser, it's not going to be seen. And I say, don't ask creators with larger followings just because they have a larger number of followers. If it's not their standardized content, what you're hoping to happen with it isn't going to happen. If you're wanting me to duet your artwork, for instance, hey, I need you to duet this, more people need to see it. I'm like, I'll agree with you. More people do need to see it. But me duetting it is going to be some of the lowest views that I get. and you're not going to get what you think you are. Just because I've got 1.2 million followers doesn't mean 1.2 more million people are going to see your stuff. As a matter of fact, that video, you might be lucky to get 4,000 views on it on my page, which is nothing.
Well, this is the other thing I'm talking about, is that I think after COVID ends, the other change that's going to happen with TikTok is that, like, those numbers, 1.2 million, they're not going to mean the same to sponsors, and sponsors are figuring that out, that, like, the way TikTok works, even if they have that large number, they're not reaching that large number. So they're not quite getting the deals that YouTubers get. And that's the guys who are trying to make a living at it through TikTok. Unless TikTok changes their ways, like, I've seen a lot of sponsors just walking away from TikTok, because the guys who get 1.2 versus guys who get, like, 50,000 or 60,000 are getting the same views. Like, then, so they're like, they're pulling more and more out of it, out of the way of it.
I mean, I'm getting about the same amount of views per video now as I was back when I think I had less than 100,000 followers.
Yeah,
averaging about 20,000 per video. So I mean,
the other option,
there's just so many people that have jumped onto TikTok since COVID hit. You can't expect, I mean, for anybody to sit back and be first of all, I hate the term shadow banned. I hate that term. What people don't realize is you've gotten an insurgence of over 600 million people since March of 2020. And you're to expect the same number, to expect your video to get shown, ahead of 600 million plus other people is ridiculous. Your views are going to go down.
The one thing that TikTok still has above, like, anybody can still blow up at any time.
It's different, though, than it used to be. Now, we used to talk about that before, where anybody could blow up at any time, meaning you'd have one video that would hit, and all of a sudden your page would just grow exponentially, and it would continue to do that. First of all, as long as you continue to make content similar to that.
Right.
But it's not that way anymore. You can have one video blow up to, it can blow up to 14 million likes or 14 million views.
Right.
But the rest of your videos are still staying low the way that they were. It's not the way that it used to be, where you'd have a video that would go up to 14 million views, and all of a sudden every video you're posting is in the hundreds of thousands of views, and your account is just continuously growing exponentially. Now you're going to get that one video to hit, and then you're going to stagnate again. Right. It didn't used to be that way. And I think the reason why
YouTube, you can't get any, there's no hitting any For You page on YouTube at all anymore. You have to literally send people to your video to get them to watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So TikTok still has the advantage so far as somebody who's starting from scratch versus YouTube is. Yeah. All right. Last topic. This one I thought was an interesting concept for, it's a trend on TikTok, but instead of doing videos on it, I just thought we'd talk about it. So the concept of this is, this is 2021. So whatever movie was #1 in the theater when you were 21 years old is supposed to dictate how your life is going to be throughout this year.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting. It's an interesting concept.
21? When I was 21?
When you were 21.
Okay, hold on for a second. I got to go. I think I might know what it is, but let me go and check. Let's hear.
Mariah's was Revenge of the Sith, which probably means I'm going to have a really good year as she kills younglings and destroys the world.
Master Skywalker, what could we do?
I saw that kid who's now a full-grown adult is on TikTok. He's like, where would you recognize him from? He gets on his knees and, like, they just cuts to him as the little kid, like, with, like, what do we do? He's like,
okay, so I can find popular movies.
It'd be highest grossing. What you got?
Independence Day.
Oh, good.
ID4.
Mine is How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
The way that I see, the way that I see it. Oh, the Jim Carrey version?
I believe so, yeah.
The way that I see this is that means that I have to do the speech, man. It's up to me to bring TikTok back with
it's a good speech.
I got to bring the speech. We will not go quietly into that night.
I'll get you a megaphone. Good morning.
All right, everybody. This is our Independence Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Toby is doing a TikTok charge on Independence Day on the 4th.
We'll bring it back.
We'll bring it back.
The vaccines by the end of the summer, they're supposed to have the vaccine pretty much to everybody. So that would be probably the end of TikTok's COVID babies.
So check this out. I've got a vaccine clinic literally at the end of my street.
Yeah.
Talk to my company and they're like, no, not yet.
What?
I'm like, it's 0.9 miles from me. And they're like, yeah, not yet. I'm like,
Yeah,
but you said that we're essential workers. And they're like, yes. Can I make an appointment? No, yet, not yet.
Yeah, they're doing food people right now, I think is the next one. They did all the hospital, and now they're doing like whoever's getting hers, she's going to be able to get hers now.
Oh, awesome.
Because of food delivery.
Well, I mean, she's got to keep a car running. You can't listen. That's not even a dig on her. That's not me being mean. You cannot tell me that she has got the world's worst luck when it comes to vehicular transport.
No, it's worse than Royce. If there ever was somebody who was worse than Royce.
What is this? Or it's what, been a year and she's on like her 6th car?
Well, over the last 2 years, there's been quite a few because she had a bunch up when she was in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's just like over and over again.
Like, I'm not trying to make fun of her whatsoever. It is unfortunate, her luck with cars. I genuinely feel bad. If I had the money, I'd be like, here's a new car.
The second you give it to her, it would just
Please don't drive it.
Yeah, just don't think about it. Like it's not real.
I'm going to hire you somebody to drive you wherever you go. Well, my job is to drive. No. Your job is to deliver the pizza. That's all you got to do. You have your driver pull you up to there and you get out of the back with your pizzas and you here you go. Get back into the back seat. Back to Domino's, Jeeves. I'll give you a driver.
Yeah.
Just don't drive the car.
The driver will just catch fire.
There she is, right? 5 and 3 years. See, look at this.
Yeah, it's a lot.
She's got the worst luck, and it's not her fault. Like, I don't think a single.
No, she's never been like at fault on anything.
Not one time. What demon has she upset?
Well, she liked Royce, so maybe they're sharing the same demon. Maybe Royce is that demon.
Doing a timeshare with demons.
Yeah, they're working hard on both of them because Royce isn't going anywhere right now because of COVID, so it's all focused on her.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Royce buckled down, put salt around all the windowsills, and
they can't get in, so it's just found her.
So it's like, well, who do we go to?
Who?
You. Since she is watching, whoever, the wife and I are talking about doing our best to try to make it up for your birthday.
They're talking. I hear them.
Well, she at the house?
Yeah, they're upstairs. Yeah.
She's probably going, Toby, that son of a bitch is talking shit on me right now. It's okay. Only 14 people are watching, and you're one of them. So
I have no idea. I think Caleb's here too. Like I hear more. Like there's a lot of voices up there.
Get that chubby little bearded bastard down here. We only got like 2 more minutes. You promised me a Caleb today. All right, sweet. Now that he's gone, so let's just do this. Boy, here, wait. We'll just.
He's coming.
No.
Oh, you're taking over the whole thing, huh?
Well, I figured, nobody needs to be seeing you going in and out. So
this is the inner mind of Toby.
Oh, are we doing this?
Yes.
Yes.
I like red lights. I place them everywhere to let me know that I still live in hell, but partially out. I have things hanging all over my soul. I need a hat that's not burning at this. Oh, wait, here we go. Come sit. Say hi.
Woo! Oh,
hi. I'm not John Johnson.
Caleb.
What's up?
How are you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about yourself real quick for those that don't know who you are.
Okay. Well, I'm Caleb. I vote regularly. Not as much as John, but on the regular. When it's necessary.
Tell him your name on TikTok, you idiot.
I'm just some Caleb on TikTok.
There you go. If you guys recognize Caleb and you've seen Spade versus Psychotic, now you know where he's at. He's at the very beginning. He's the guy that I told to stop crying.
Yep.
Actually, I didn't tell you to stop crying. I asked why you were crying.
Oh yeah. It was the other guy. Yeah.
Why are you
I wasn't crying. You were just worried. Oh, yeah. I was just scared to death.
You get knocked out.
Yeah.
There's a door.
Yeah, I released the demon.
That is still my favorite dialogue sequence of the whole thing, where I run into you, like you're just at a bit of talking, like don't touch me.
Oh yeah.
What? Oh, that's terrible. Oh, there's a door.
That was definitely my favorite part of it too.
He's like yes. There's a door. Oh, boom! And he was going. I'm sitting there watching on the background, and I'm doing my best to I'm biting on my knuckles so I don't audibly laugh. I'm like, because Caleb was there and then he wasn't.
Yeah.
It was that fast. And I think you guys did that 4 times, and each time you would just cut him off dead, in the middle of a line. He'd be like, well, there's the bam.
Yeah. I kept seeing how much sooner I could jump that line to make it even funnier. And just the sooner I did it, the better it got. So I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna land pretty well.
So what have you been up to lately?
Just been working a lot. Haven't really been making much content lately. Had a lot of overtime with work, so just been dealing with that mostly.
Well, there's those of us that have to make up the work for all the people that decide to stay home due to COVID.
And they consider some of us essential, I guess.
I will say this is definitely made my job easier. I have to deal with less people on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So for the majority of you out there that are claiming COVID as the reason to not go out and whatever, you're making my life easier. If you could just do me a favor and stay the fuck home forever.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate it.
I agree. I concur with that.
Even grocery stores now deliver to your house. So just stay there, keep gaining your COVID weight, and just stay the fuck out of my way. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I don't agree with any of this, and I'm just letting them.
Yeah. We didn't want to see you before COVID.
You know what's really funny, Caleb?
What's that?
We were down to 12 people watching this podcast before you jumped on in place of John. We are up to 18.
You're welcome. You're welcome, John.
You raised us up 50% viewership.
That's what I do.
Not everybody wants to see.
People come to see the monkey dance.
Not everybody wants to see a shaky boy, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's more entertaining when they sit more still.
I can definitely tell, though, that you are more critically Caucasian than John, because that light reflects off of your face.
I am 100%.
I just leveled up. Sorry.
Yeah. Got a 1-up. Extra.
So I'm going to reveal this. I'm going to do an audio with Richie Tatum. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's in here watching this right now. We are going to do, there's an audio out there where the first time I ever saw this video, the whole first half of the video, I was like, why is this guy even talking about this? This isn't already a thing people call this. And it starts off with them saying, you know what? From now on, he goes, we shouldn't be saying that we're another year older. We should be calling it leveling up. I'm like, okay. And I'm watching this going, okay, everybody already does that. That's a thing.
Yeah.
And he goes like me, I'm level 21. Right. And this guy goes, dude, my kid died at level 4. And he's like, noob.
Oh God.
So Richie's going to be the guy talking about that we should call it leveling up. And I'm going to be, dude, my kid died at level 21.
Oh God.
And Richie's going to be, I want Richie to be like, noob. He didn't even prestige.
Oh God.
Good luck, Richie.
Yeah. Rest in peace to your comment section.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not get not one bit of hate on the video that I did with Joseph.
Oh That video.
Don't act like you didn't laugh,
man. It still gets me. I still go back and watch it. I'm just like, I can't believe he went there. How funny it was.
I was sending that to people saying it's okay to laugh. Somebody got a hold of me and they're like, dude, your latest video. I was like, yeah, what about it? And they're like, I'm like, it's okay to laugh. And they're like, oh, thank God. I didn't want you to get upset. I'm like, why would I post it? Like, I don't do that. I didn't throw it out there as a trap. Like, I didn't do it as like a, hey, this is for profiling purposes. Let me see who the real assholes are. It's me. I'm the real asshole.
Now, what you need to do is you need to find a comment in that video where someone's just like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, that's so funny. And then react to it and be like, got you, motherfucker.
Got you.
Got you. I saw you laughing, motherfucker.
Weedot says she's getting level 55. Oh, I did tell Richie's kid. Okay, first of all, Richie's got a demon spawn child.
Oh, okay.
No, okay.
No. Oh, no, we're doing it.
So we're going there. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
so let's discuss this.
Okay, so first things first, let me go ahead and put this out there. I fucking hate kids. I can't stand children. I hate children, and I hate your children more than anybody's. Who am I talking to right now? You. If you took offense to that, you're the one I'm talking to. So I already can't stand my own kids. I got rid of one of them now. I still got one left. We'll see where that goes. He's always riding the edge. But Richie kept trying to talk to us on Instagram through voice, and his demon spawn kept trying to talk to him. He's like, yeah, hey, Dad's talking. I was like, Richie, I swear to God, I'll punch that kid right in the throat for you. Send him over to my house. Listen, here's the thing. Like, I really don't like children. But if children are around me, people are like, man, he's so good with kids. I'm like, it's because I have to flip a switch so I don't snap your child's neck. If I don't become overly nice and like get down to their level and have fun and play with them, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, and for the 19 people in this,
of course, I loved my son.
Public service announcement. I don't hate your kids. I'm just 100% indifferent to them. So it's a different level. I don't hate your kids and want to actively kick them in the face and into the concrete, but I don't care about them at all.
Okay, well, first of all, I never said I had dreams of curb stomping somebody's child. Okay,
well,
that's above and beyond.
Well,
now,
you didn't say that. You didn't say that.
Let me. Okay, so Becky made a statement in here. She's like, "Hey, you loved your son." Okay, first things first. Let me say this. One, I love my son. I love Joseph. I love Joseph. But you don't have to like a kid to love him. It's not my job to like him. It's my job to love him, right? Like, it's my job to protect him, love him, and do whatever. I don't have to like him. I don't have to like this smart ass little shit that's behind me right now, screaming obscenities at a video game. I don't have to like him. I don't have to like him at all. That's the joy of being a parent. You don't have to like him. You're not supposed to be your child's friend. You're supposed to be your child's parent. Let's go ahead and let's make that very clear right now to a lot of people. It's not your job to be your child's friend. It's your child's friends' jobs to be your child's friend. You need to be their parent first and friend second.
I'd like to point out that I have no children, but I have these two. So I'm earning my stripes.
Very close. Very close.
Yeah, close enough. We give him a run for his money.
Yeah. I mean, every time I'm at his house, I drop trout.
Yeah.
Like the last last two times I walked
apple doesn't fall far from the tree because he's usually without trout too.
Right?
No,
and here's the thing: is the number of times that this guy, the number of times that man has looked at me and been like, every time, I'm like, I have seen that man without pants on in his own house just as many times as he's seen me without pants on.
I will tell you the funniest story of me experiencing John without any pants. Him full Winnie the Poohing. The best story.
Oh, he was just straight shirt tucking it, huh?
Just shirt. No tucking at all. There was nothing to tuck into. So we kind of got on an emotional train together, boxing back and forth. Got into some heartfelt stuff.
Okay.
And he all of a sudden is like, let's do something. I've got an idea for a project. So I want you
drop
to
pants.
We're getting there. The best is yet to come. So he's like, I want to do this project. It's going to be me and you. I'm going to make a voiceover to this song that was kind of the Gravers theme song. And he was like, I want you to lip sync for it, and we'll combine the videos and we'll edit it. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, just let me know, like, send me the audio and I'll record it and then send it to you. So he sent me the audio. I got it recorded. I sent it to him. He was like, all right, well, I'm on HP. I'm going to record my part. You can hop on if you want to. He was like, but I'm going to warn you beforehand. I don't have any pants on. And I was like, well, John, do I have to pop in the house party? Cause I don't have to see that. He was like, well, just come in the house party. Just come in the house party.
First of all, why was he so comfortable with inviting you into house party if he already didn't have pants on?
Wait, let me explain. So, like, it was funny. It was okay. It's a very emotional video, and I'm giving a very dramatic speech. And I just went to a house party. I let some of the Gravers come in, and my dick's just swinging while I'm giving this huge emotional speech. And because it was funny, I did it. If I think it's funny, I will kill all of us. If I think it's funny,
I'm going to tell you right now. If I ever hop into first things first, this is why I don't house party. Secondly, if I ever do get invited by a house party and the first thing I see is John swinging dick,
I don't think you could have gotten that room.
You will never see me on a house. You will never see me. You'll never see me on a house party again.
The room wasn't full. There was a few people in there, but the room was not full. But we weren't just letting anybody in. And what made it even funnier was, John was in the middle of recording this, Dick just swinging around, and another guy joins it. I won't use names just for their sake. I mean, I will say that we were in that room, obviously, because we're in the story. But another gentleman popped in the room and was like, "Oh, so we're doing this." So all of a sudden, he drops trowel too, and I'm like, how did we get here?
I wasn't witness to any of this. I was like recording the audio.
Yeah,
I had no idea this was happening.
He was in his own world recording this, and this other gentleman just decides he's going to join in the Winnie the Pooh fun. So he drops trowel too, and then he's walking out amongst his mother while he's Winnie the Poohing and having conversations with her. And I'm like, how did we get here from an emotional, like, just loving friendship and deciding to do this loving,
but then
caring
we post the video and everybody comments about it, and no one knows.
Yeah, no one knows that the whole, all of his recording was done completely pantsless.
Well, it's like he got a hold of me one time, and I don't know why he feels the need to make sure that everybody knows about this kind of thing. Like, I don't know if it's pride or ego or what, but he's like, "Hey, all those videos I just posted of me and Mariah?" I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, we were both completely bottomless. I'm like,
I think I did it because of that face right there.
Yeah.
How uncomfortable he is is why I did it.
Yeah.
First of all, weird as it's going to sound, I'm extremely uncomfortable around nudity in general.
I know. This is why it's great.
Yeah.
Which is why I always find it funny that when all I do is drop pants and I'm wearing my silky shorts.
That's because it's 3 feet inside my door.
John goes, John, but this is what John says, and let me explain to all of you that don't know John Johnson. John Johnson is the worst over-exaggerator on the face of the planet.
God damn it.
He will say whatever he thinks he saw, or will exaggerate to meet his narrative all the time. I will literally just drop jeans and still have my shorts on underneath, and he'll be like, "Toby was naked in my house." Nope, that never happened. But he says it every time. Why are you naked? I'm not. I still even have my socks on.
He is completely playing this shit down.
So there's a middle ground to every disagreement. So between John over exaggerating and Toby under exaggerating, for everyone in the audience. I guess you need the chair back. Yeah.
Bullshit.
All right, so you have definitely like come
Am I-
in and been like,
Am I getting close to 9,000?
no, not yet, not yet. Need more red. So you've come in and you've dropped, and then you've gone like,
Yeah.
hey, John.
Yeah. I'll go.
So that
boom,
is
and I go,
exactly.
"Ah." But
Yeah.
you tell people Toby was naked in my house. Toby's never been
That's the
naked
only
in your
time-
house unless he's been in the shower with a locked door.
You said you'd never get naked in my shower.
No, that wasn't me. I'll get naked in your shower.
Let's not talk about this.
But John will over exaggerate things to fit his narrative. That is fact. And Caleb will agree to it. I know WeDot has seen it happen. I know whoever's seen it happen.
Now, how would you know? You forget everything.
Really,
Yes.
Mr.
Yes, there's
Hey,
been
we're not
tons
going
of
to be.
conversations where you've just like, I don't remember anything.
I'm the one that forgets everything. Mr. Hey, we're not doing Arrow 404 for the next 2 weeks.
No. I say, okay, you want to have this conversation now? We can have the conversation now. What you said is that you're going to hit the button, aren't you?
No.
What you said was that. What? God damn it. You shouldn't have this power.
Oh, Toby buttons.
He gave me he's like, I have all these buttons.
Oh man. Hey, look at this.
No,
Oh.
no, God, we.
Hey, John, have you checked your email?
This is the.
I only played that because that's what happens to John's brain when he tries to remember things.
Shit, I don't fuck.
See, he already forgot.
We're just playing.
You can't have a better example.
You changed something like 5 times and you hit like 1,000 buttons. How am I supposed to know what we were talking about? Like, it would.
Isn't it cute when couples fight?
God damn it! Wait, whoa, hang on. No, no. There's been plenty of times that you've forgotten what we've talked. Oh fuck, he's just lining it up. I'm not. I see you lining the shit up. I'm not. No.
I haven't forgotten anything.
Mm-mm.
What have I
I'm
forgotten? What have I forgotten?
Did you vote?
I think you're a wonderful person and you make no mistakes and you're my favorite TikToker of all time.
This is the other thing he does. He deflects like a motherfucker.
Wonderful TikToker. I love they call me Toby 4.
Oh, I like Rice too.
Yeah.
I love the fact that is not my account anymore.
Yeah, I don't even think I forgot the password. Maybe I don't know. Like I haven't been in there. Like I just tag it all the time. I haven't got in there. I don't know which one that is.
I'm sure WeDot has it.
WeDot probably has it. Yeah.
Well, he's not going to remember it, WeDot, because he has to actually check his email in order to get that.
So it's been a good show. We've learned a lot. We've come a long way. We started in one place. We've grown. We've cried. We've laughed. I shat myself.
Are you wearing pants?
Ish.
You're wearing shorts right now, aren't
pajamas.
you? Oh, pajama pants. Okay.
Yes. They're spicy.
It's spicy. Why it's so spicy?
Who originated that?
What was that a?
Was that Inferno?
Huh?
Asylum? Was that Inferno Asylum, or was that who originated that?
No. That's from a meme because Peyton
Why is it so spicy?
and Joseph.
Oh, it's older.
Yeah. Peyton and Joseph, they hate TikTok, and I want to say it was Peyton came out one day. I was like, "Ooh, that's spicy," and Peyton came out with it. He's like, "Why so spicy?" I was like,
okay.
"What the Jesus!" Like he does it perfect.
Yeah, I have to find that. I want to find out what that is.
So let's discuss real quick, since we are still, I mean, we're over time. We usually shoot for an hour, but I mean, I will definitely not be able to go next week.
Right.
For Air
Now, originally, what I was talking about was that we could do something where we could just do an audio or something like that on a time that you're available and I'm available sometime random night. That was what I was saying versus scheduling like this.
Right, but I can't because I've literally got class every day, and I got to be at the classroom at 7 o'clock every morning, and that's including the weekends. And I'll be there between 5 and 7 o'clock every night. So that that has to negate for that weekend, but the weekend after won't be a problem.
Well, I know we were originally talking about moving to weekdays anyway. Once production starts kicking in, we're filming on all the weekends.
Right, and we can start doing weekday nights.
Yeah.
But obviously not until at a minimum of the week after I come back.
Right.
So I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks starting on Monday. I get back. I think I travel back on the 20. I think I start driving on the 26th. I probably won't get back until the 27th. Which I think the 27th is. I think the 27th is Saturday.
Well, I could do an interview with somebody while you're gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can do something like that.
Yeah, and all you got to you know how to give somebody the link for here, right? Yeah. All you got to do is just copy the link in the address bar and email it to them, and they can click on it and come in here as a guest.
Yeah, I can just record it and then that'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll think about doing something like that.
Hey, you could pull Joe Myers in here, but you don't know Joe Myers. You're gonna need me for that one.
Why are you looking at me? I don't know Joe Myers.
Wait, I know who that is. That's the guy who won it's this whole thing. It's fine.
Yeah. He shotguns beers, man. He's awesome.
He shotguns beers.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
With a BB gun. He's very talented.
What?
What?
Do you see how he over exaggerates shit, Caleb? You see what I was talking about?
I said what?
Every single time with you.
What?
It's like you can't take anything seriously.
Who are you? I think it was just me. Like I'm the only one fighting.
It was
I'm
just
the only
you.
one fighting. It should have just cut and you were gone. And I'm just
Hating with himself right now. So I thought I'd let you guys know also so we don't post these. We're not posting them anymore on TikTok. We are posting them on Instagram stories, which, by the way, if you were not aware, Instagram stories now allows up to 15 minutes long video.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there you go.
That weird format though. They have that weird like 3x4 like little square.
But if you do Instagram stories, you can have it full size.
I'm becoming a better TikToker right now.
That's right. Except for
on Instagram.
This is Instagram.
Yeah. I'll figure it out.
So we are getting ready to the Creators Den is going to, which the original Creators Den people, which is myself, Richie Tatum, Lala Gag Dan, and Hold My Burr, as well as Peter Lewitt. But Peter's still kind of going through some stuff right now, so he's not as active. We're getting ready to relaunch American Idol. We're going to be posting American Idol Season 2, Episode 1, hopefully tonight on Instagram. And I'll post a short clip of that on my TikTok. I believe Dan and Richie and Burr will each be posting, like, we're each just going to grab separate parts, and then the entirety of it will be posted on Instagram.
Yes, and I have a creator's sofa couch that I will be using to build a storyline that will have America's Got Talent.
I thought we were going with American Gladiators, but
oh fucking A, let's do that.
Can we do American Gladiators?
Yeah, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
I've got a new garage door that's just begging for me to throw myself against it.
How do we get to there? We said pillows and like shields, and we're already like destroying a garage door.
Sequence is gonna cause
Angel, I had nothing to do with anything of this discussion. He cannot blame me for this, which he will do.
She's asleep.
No, she's gonna see the door eventually, and you're gonna be like, John said this.
My word versus yours at this point. Team Weeby.
No, this is a show. You're editing the show. I have witnesses.
This is past the hour mark. Whatever gets said now just goes away. Are you still pulling the audios from this and editing them up? For okay. So yeah, you got that.
I haven't aired one yet, but
here you go, right here.
I'm sure it's we saying something. He will not figure it out. I will. This is that's a fair statement.
Yeah,
That's a fair statement.
We will make sure that John gets back with you to try to figure out how to do the Instagram stories. I bet she can't wait.
Someday.
Which, by the way, for those of you that don't know, WeDot is the one that made the amazing Arrow 404 logo that you see constantly in the upper right-hand corner of your screen.
Oh yeah, and almost like every logo you see on TikTok, like it's like chances are she had something to do with it. We just
I can't say she has not designed any of my merchandise.
Oh, you're just gonna call her out.
Oh yeah. Well, I also haven't asked her to. I make mine. I'm fine with making mine. Now I've got Tony, Fallen Angel 2510. He's made 3. He made the Team Angel, the Team Toby, and the Champ.
We also does pretty much every poster that we've done lately, like every movie poster, every web design. She's basically like, I might be the D in Darkstone, but she's all the other letters. Like she's literally like, she's everything.
She's Arkstone.
Yeah, she's Arkstone. Yeah,
she's Arkstone.
She has all the other letters.
She is Arkstone.
She is Arkstone.
Richie made the War Cry on my merch page. Richie made the War Cry. I think Richie made it. No, Richie made Bromance. What was the other one that you made, Richie? Trying to remember. He made the Bromance one, which I think that one's even still up.
They were eating the wiener together. Yeah, at the meetup.
Was it on Vimeo?
Yeah.
What? No, you're my favorite Vimeo creator.
Maybe on there by now.
I should be.
I have an unedited version.
I have the most views probably on Vimeo.
You do?
Like, because I got 200,000. That's on one.
On one video?
Yeah, the Plan 9 teaser.
Oh,
that's actually probably 300,000 now. That's hard to get views on Vimeo. Like, that's hard as shit.
Because not many people use it.
Yeah. Technically, James did it. It wasn't really me. James Rolfe did it, not me. Deep Frozen.
War Cry. Yeah. Richie made War Cry and Bromance, the designs.
What was War Cry?
I could show you War Cry. This is Bromance.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, look at how thick that neck is. I was
looking at that. I was like, good God.
Like a fucking bulldog. Jesus. It probably doesn't help that Richie only weighs 119 pounds.
Yeah.
Let's see. War Cry was and somebody just messaged me. They purchased one of the War Cry shirts. I was like, oh shit.
It's available in your store now?
Yeah.
Oh.
I take almost any cool design that somebody makes like for me, and I'll throw that up as merch in a heartbeat. All right.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like we were talking to somebody, and they were like, "You have a merch store?" And I was like, "Yeah." I went looking through. I was like, "I didn't know I had any of this." I was like, "Oh shit!" We's like,
I remember we.
I like that one.
Some shit.
Yeah, that's the War Cry, and of course I got my autism awareness shirt on in that one. So
that's basically what I see every time I answer your boxes in the morning.
Yeah, pretty much.
By the way, Toby, heart and soul says hello.
To me or to you?
Well,
to you.
To you. She says hello to me all the time because we talk every day.
Well, yeah, but it's not usually our mouth saying hello to you. Never mind.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, not for a few more weeks.
Hentai. All right. So wait. Did we ever find out? Did she follow me first or him?
You. She had followed you when you.
Because I remember her like really early on. Yeah, like really early on. So like that was like she was there like right at like 2018 then.
Yeah,
she was
She followed your original account.
It was like he brought like a bunch of people to me. I brought one to him.
Yeah.
Bam. Look at that. See, I'm not the over exaggerator.
I have to literally get a notebook and write down this shit. Like every time he over exaggerates or forgets, I have to write this down because I don't remember.
You'll lose the notebook.
I will lose the notebook.
You will lose the notebook.
This is true. This is true. This is true.
Yep, Richie got rid of his porn stash. If you never saw it, it was very Doc Holliday-ish.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys,
Yeah.
when you first popped on that Instagram, you guys look like Mario and Luigi.
Jesus Christ. So, all right. So I think we're pretty much done for the day on this one.
Oh yeah, I'm spent.
We're gonna hop off here before John starts getting wobbly.
I did all right this time.
Oh, you did great today.
There was the blowjob I got halfway through the show that helped.
Fucking Christ. All right, so everybody, I am They Call Me Toby 2. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much anywhere else, Twitch. This is with me as always is D-Flix, aka the director John Johnson. You can find him on Vimeo. I love your faces. Make sure that you guys are good to one another. And John, you got
always
anything
remember to go fuck yourself. Nice.
And for the love of God, make somebody smile today, would you? Peace.
Error 404 is now over. Time ill spent that you will never get back.